As you consider a cash offer, it is critical to understand the foundation of any offer: the buyer. Doing research on the potential buyer by verifying both their experience and references will be essential to understanding the buyer's intent with the property. Let's begin with the buyer's experience. Has the buyer been there before? Does he or she have actual experience buying properties for cash? An inexperienced cash buyer can cost you time, money, and stress in what's meant to be a quick and stress-free process. Working with an experienced cash buyer who you can trust will prove to be a priceless resource. They will have the skill set to walk through your property one time, evaluate the layout and condition, and give you an offer within 24 hours. In addition to the experience of any cash buyer, it's important to work with a company or individual that has high character and good references. Don't get stuck with a potential buyer who hasn't been around to have made the contacts, learned the ropes, and established a reputation for themselves. Take the time to do the following 4 things to verify the credibility of any potential buyer. Number 1, ask to personally talk with past clients. 2, look online for Google reviews. 3, ask to speak with the title and escrow company that the buyer has a relationship with. And 4, evaluate their overall online presence. Does it look like they have helped other people in a similar situation as yours? Remember, a legitimate buyer just doesn't look legitimate. They can back it up. Finally, and most important, understanding the true authority behind the check will be critical to a successful transaction. What exactly do I mean by that? Unfortunately, this is where cash buyers lose credibility. What if I told you that just because someone markets or says we buy houses for cash, that doesn't actually mean they do? Not all cash buyers are created equal. It's critical to understand who exactly you are working with. The 3 most common cash buyers are: number 1, a legitimate cash buyer, someone who has the authority and ability to make a decision and purchase your home. This is the shortest path to done and what most people expect when reaching out to a cash buyer. The second is a real estate agent. Real estate agents act on behalf of buyers and sellers. If a real estate agent is involved with a cash offer, there are most likely commissions and other fees involved. Real estate agents can be incredibly valuable, but it's important to understand their role. They are not cash buyers, although they might oftentimes have relationships with them. Finally, number 3, wholesalers. Wholesalers don't actually buy real estate, yet they market themselves as cash buyers. A wholesaler's goal is to enter into a purchase agreement with a homeowner with the intent to sell or assign their interest to someone else for a fee. At its simplest form, they are acting as a middleman between the seller and the actual cash buyer. It's not uncommon for homeowners who are considering a cash offer to talk with someone who appears to be a cash buyer, but in reality have no intention of ever purchasing your property. Let's revisit Julia. Julia did the right thing and had several cash buyers come and visit the property. She received over 7 offers. Understandably, she accepted the highest offer, but failed to understand who she was actually working with. It soon became apparent she was working with a wholesaler, someone who was trying to assign their interest to the property in someone else. Unfortunately, the wholesaler was not able to find a buyer, leaving no choice but to reduce the once high purchase amount, giving Julia less money than she had expected. How would Julia's story be different had she focused more on the buyer's authority and ability to perform than just the purchase price? This is why it is critical to understand the first part of a cash offer, the buyer. By taking the time to understand the buyer's experience, references, and authority, you can determine the most credible cash buyers.